Hey everyone, I lost the audio to this thing, so I'm sorry if this is gonna be weird, but I'll talk over it. I will try to talk the lines that pop up. The beginning I won't because I'm trying to explain. So we got chapter, I think it was 19, no, 20, sorry, and resolves. Uh, I lost the audio, so whoops. That sucks. Nina, are you feeling right? Yes. Um, a long time no see, Nina. You've grown up so much. Is it really, Laris? It looks like it's been so long, even though it's only been a year since I last saw you. So must have since we lost Karen. Yes, care to talk about the things the rest of us can follow? Who's he? This is Hector, Marty's brother. Don't let it fool you. He acts mean, but he decent enough. Act mean? Seems pretty mean to me. Hehe. And you might remember this one here. Yep, I remember the man who saved my sister. You're the son, aren't you? Your red hair, gentle eyes, and even voice. You're just like him. Where did you meet my father? At the Dragon Gate. He set us free after we'd been captured. We escaped in a small boat, but I threw out in a storm. When I woke up, I was back on Lowry. For a time, I hid in the ruins by myself. Then I sensed something really dangerous. Then I reached to the Dragon Gate. I saw everything. Nils, when we pulled Nels from the boat, she lost her memory. I couldn't believe we brought right back to her captors. What a horrible thing to do. I'm sorry, Lady Lynn, you did nothing wrong. When Nels fell overboard, I didn't know what to do. I became lost within myself. If only I began stronger. All of us could have been avoided. I'm truly sorry. Nell's power is greater than mine, but it cost her physical and emotional strength. Nargles exposed that weakness. Nina and Nils. What was he after? You because you have the power to call dragons? I think it's because we could open the Dragon Gate. Just call them Nargle and do that on his own. Are you serious? Yes, but it requires a tremendous amount of quarters, basically sacrifice. That's what Nargle called it, the substitute of the human spirit. Power, energy, the essence of life itself. Nargle has stolen his coronet. What happened to those coronet is stolen? They die. Nor, neither Nara nor I have that power. Let's know we only have our special power. Anyways, Nargle needed to gather a large amount of sacrifices, so I'll say that. So he sent his henchman Nargle to get close to Marlies and spoke the seed. War, darn hungry power to the what end? It seems the sacrifices his person values strength. A person of strong mind and body has hundreds of times more energy than the average person. It sounds like there aren't many people like that, though. It took too long for Nargle to find people with enough strength. Although he would take him, Nargle said the easiest way is to get that sacrifice was by starting a war. So plan to make for quality for quantity. That is it. Black-haired fiend, all man, nothing but pawns to him. Had brought Ella to the Dragon Gate. He said he found the item source. They had straight Nargle plans for the war have been stopped, and yet he was happy. He's taken so much energy night dragons from he was sure he could get enough better sacrifices. Niels. Oh, I'm sorry, Lord Elwood. It's alright. When I found my father at the Dragon Gate, I knew his knights were no longer alive. Elwood, your father told us that he had a son. He said you were blessed with natural fighting abilities. But he also told us you were compassionate and drained fighting. He told us that his son would be a better ruler than he was. He told us that you would sooner sacrifice himself than let homelanders kill us in the flames of war. That what we lost all hope at the Dragon Gate. Your father always spoke to us of happy things. Well, he mainly spoke of his Chirushan and his dear wife. But Nara and I we loved him very much. His story about his family, they saved us. Oh, father. Hector, we should let him be alone for a while. Come on, Nils, as you say. Lord Elwood? I didn't see you. I'm sorry about before, I just needed some time to think. Should you be up, you had a rough time. Your coloring not very good. You should rest. Look at you. All great, great, and you need to be proper taken care of. Why? Hmm. Why was Lord Edward? Why were you both so kind to us? It is this. This is all my fault. Those nightmares, all of those terrible things. Nana crying, a girl of your beauty. I'm fine. Please don't cry. I'm so sorry. There is something you must hear. You're not responsible for what happened to my father. You suffer as much as he did. Please don't punish yourself further. Lord Elwood, what is it? Oh, Nana, Nana, enemies. Enemies draw near. So what do we do? I wonder what happened to Nargle. Lord Elwood gave him a grave wound when he stabbed him. His wounds will not kill him. That's what Lord Elber said, too. Do you know what he meant? Nargles used sacrifice as himself as well. His wounds will heal quickly. His body does not age. So he isn't human. If nothing else, he... What is it? Call everyone enemy approaching. I'll deserve a little bit more time to rest. Well, then he will handle this by ourselves. Here you all are. Elwood, listen, get ready for battle. I want to get this over with quickly to protect villagers. Meet the enemy commander and drive him out of here. Hey, little guy, go hide in the village. No way I can help you out. No, you really are a big help, but shouldn't you be with Nana now? Alright. Listen, let's go. And now I can finally talk. The audio got lost for the last couple of episodes. I really hate it when I got, and I mean, this is gonna basically be a long, like, I cut the episodes in part. So I basically had one big long, because I was so behind, I decided just to do one real long recording. And when I got done, it said it lost the audio, so then I'm like, geez, no, why? So what I did is I put got them all together, separated them, the videos to where I wanted to end them. Let me try it. Yeah, I cut each where I wanted to end, and then I think it's like I forgot how many episodes. I think it's 3 or 4. But after the 3 or 4, I did record an audio for those. So from now on, I am not going to do a long period of recording. I'm going to learn and just do my regular 30 minutes because I was so behind I had to just I'm just going to do a 32 minute recording instead of like an hour and a half, 2 hours recording because the audio was lost. So on chapter 20, I'm picking out units. I was probably thinking of taking out Lim, but then I was going like, well, I need to level up some of my other characters out, which will backfire later on. You will find out. I was deciding to level up some other characters because I've been backing up on other characters that haven't been leveled up that I did wanted to use. Because some of the because if you realize we've used almost the same characters multiple times, but I wanted to use different ones this time. But we took Kent and Bart because then I was like, well, I got a level 10 knight and a level, I think he was a level 10 too. Martis, I think I might use him later on, but not from what I've recorded since then. No, I won't. I haven't used him once since the recording, since I've last time recorded. But other than that, I think I might use him later. But then it stopped. Where are you going? I'm going to help. Oh, no, you're not. You're still too weak. But I merely wish to help Lord Elwood, even if it's just a little. I stole his father's life from him. I know this. This will never make up for it. Dennis, please. I understand. Give me your hands. Nils, I'll give you some of my powers. You just get in the way if you go out there like this. Nils, I'm sorry. And there we go. Whew. That should do it. Help them for me, too. Thank you. And that will probably backfire later. Lord Elwood, you shouldn't be here. Please, allow me to help. Help, I have no interest in of making you fight. I'm no mere dancer. My dances, they will help you. And yes, she got a ring now, which will help, which she will explain. This is its reps and some of energy. I used an air dance for Lord Edward. It only for a short time. While it does, you are protected. Please allow me to remain at your side. Well, of course, if it will make you feel better. Let's rejoin the battle. Don't leave my side. Okay. Sly, please tell me what you want me to do. I cannot fight, but I'm aid with my dance. I ask for you to understand my assistance. And now we get to see me choose characters where, for this one, I probably chose, I'm probably moving all my characters because there is a guy over there in the corner and a guy up top, which I was trying to solve the problem first, and there we go. See, I was thinking of going like, my knight would be too close for that guy. We get attack, and we'll attack with the sword. Um, and I should have. I think I've killed him in this one. Uh, and I think so. And let's see. I think yeah, Hector will get to. Well, no, I was about to see. This is what I mean. I don't know what I'm doing because I'm. How could I say? I do think of it, but and they're oh so close. But it seems like more of watching it because I did this recording like a week ahead, and I can't remember every single move I made a week. But at least we could watch and I could explain some stuff too while I'm at it. Fire Emblem. Uh, I love the series. When I heard the new announcement of the new Fire Emblem, if you have not, I um, might leave a link to it or something. But I was really happy about it. Um, but and Hector leveled up good. I was really excited about it. The time period they set, how could I say? I could see why they did it, and then I wonder why they did it. I would be fine if they stayed with the Middle Age setting, like they have with their all the Fire Emblems. But this one, the new one, set in feudal Japan, which okay, yeah, you did have your class that kind of could have gone to feudal Japan, but then now I'm sitting here, how are they going to set the classes? Because yeah, you will have your cavalry and all that stuff. But there's like some classes that feudal Japan had that the Middle Age didn't have. But I'm wondering what they're going to do with the classes. Are they going to stick with the class and just uh, and name them different for feudal Japan, or are they going to stick with the names? It just they'll probably mention something else or somehow. I don't know. But there is a trailer. I have not got any other news or anything about the Fire Emblem, um, which I wish that I can't say that I think I forgot what year it's supposed to come out. I think it was supposed to come out late this year or early next year, which I don't mind the wait because hell, I still play my Fire Emblem game on the 3DS. I've beat all the DLCs. Um, I've leveled up my characters really high. Oh jeez. But it's for me being where I live. There's not a lot of people who play 3DS or a lot of Fire Emblem because when I do Street Pass, I probably get one or two people a week, and it's not like Pokemon work because I did both because I both pre-ordered the Fire Emblem and Pokemon game, and there was more people at Pokemon than Fire Emblem, which I can completely understand because if you think about it, Pokemon game there's been more Pokemon games out released in the U.S. than Fire Emblem. Because if I remember, I'm not gonna sound this because I'm. If I remember, there's probably 5, 6 Fire Emblem games that have only been out in the United States when Japan's got 12 or 13. I don't know. I'm not really 100% on which one, how many they each is. I know, and I'm bummed that I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. Uh, and but for it, how could I say for because Fire Emblem has never been big in the U.S. They always keep it a hush hush kind of thing. They never really go out full out like they do with Pokemon, the new game. Um, because I really don't know. Yeah, because again, it comes down to that first thing where they said U.S. aren't really that big on thinking games, which I'm going like really. every country has their games or something. But I wish they would release more of their Fire Emblem games, because the first couple ones I could understand, but when we make our, because telling you right now, there is a fan base out there that translated the first uh I think it was the first 6 Fire Emblem games that we never came out in the US, when we never had a Fire Emblem game. That's how big of fans we were before we ever got this Fire Emblem. This was literally the first Fire Emblem game we got, and I'm not sure if the website's still up, but I bet it is. Uh, but that was alright. This was our first Fire Emblem game, which I was really excited about. Um, I did not get this game when it came out. I got it, I think, the second year, the 2 years after it came release, because I didn't really was a big Fire Emblem when it came out. I The game that got me introduced to Fire Emblem was the game was both two things. First, it was Advance War. Then I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. Strategy games are pretty cool to play." Until Fire Emblem, the animation. Yes, there's an anime of Fire Emblem. This game. Well, no, not this game. It's Marth and Roy. Uh, Sorry, I was gonna say this one, but it's Fire Emblem Marth and Roy, which we don't know about this unless it's from Smash Brothers. Also, Smash Brothers helped, but I've watched the animation and the Advance War. The Advance War got me into the genre, and the animation got me into the series. So when I watched the series, I looked up more for the series, like if this, because there's only 2 episodes out for the whole thing. Well, when I looked up for the 2 episodes, that was it said this was also a video game, which I'm like, it's a video game too. Looked up, I liked it, really liked it, since I liked Advance War, but I also like um, fantasy type games. Take during the Knight Age, Cavalry, all that stuff. I love that kind of genre too. Um, so that got me hooked even more on it. So what after that time, um, how could I say, you couldn't really buy a console. They were expensive still. And again, Fire Emblem wasn't big. It sold good, but it wasn't huge. So when I tried to, didn't find it. We went to I think it was like a game store that was like kind of in a back alley area, because it was like a rows like a street, like a street, then behind it was another street, kind of like a square building of like stores, restaurants, and all that stuff. We went back there and we found a game store. Mom's and my mom says, "Hey guys, I feel like buying you guys a game." So we go in there. I'm looking through it. I was thinking of buying I forgot what game. I knew it was a Nintendo 64 because that was the only system I had at that time. So I was like, and then I saw, well, I had a Game Boy, but then I saw a Fire Emblem game. I instantly grabbed that thing. I did not wait a second, and I grabbed that. And I was like, this one. My mom's going like, "You're sure about this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I will play it." And she bought it for me, and I had my Game Boy. I always carry my Game Boy or my 3DS around with me. Uh, and once I got in, I played it on. I turned it on, played it, and oh dear, I played it. My mom was mad at me for staying up late playing it. That's how bad it was. And I played it. I beat it too. But from then, after I beat it, I kept playing it. But as Fire Emblem other games came out, I played those too. Uh, I'm trying to, I probably this, after, I haven't played this one in a while. Uh, um, I'm trying to, I haven't played this Fire Emblem since I got done playing when I was little. So it's been a while, but I did refresh my mind a little bit earlier before I started this recording. I did a little of this chapters. I went to like chapter 4, and I started doing recordings. Yeah, I should have beat it first before I started recording. But if I did, in the time I have to do it, you guys probably would never seen any of this recording or any of this at all. You would probably have to wait for another year or something before I even touched this at all. Because again, life catches up, and that's why I'm so behind on this recording and me doing this while audio was lost. So yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Uh, Man, I've been blabbing a lot, really. I haven't talked about the game at all. I've just talked the story of how much I like the Fire Emblem series. Uh, and again, and here's another point is uh, I might be saying not for a lot of people, but from what I see on YouTube and stuff, there's not a lot of people who do like background stories for it or other stuff. Not a lot of people do it. Uh, which I could also see in other stuff. And we almost lost Lynn there. That I could see. Um, but I, because I'm trying to talk here, but I got mine. I wish Nintendo would realize that yes, it's not as big as Pokemon or Metroid or Mario, but if you think about it, you throw it out there constantly, do commercials. I bet if you did the same thing for the Fire Emblem series, you would probably get as much sales as much as Mario. Because I forgot how much because I'll probably look it up after this. How many Fire Emblem Awakening we sold out here in the U.S. and because Fire Emblem Awakening was supposed to be the last uh, Fire Emblem, but I think we passed. I forgot how much we had to sell, but I think they went over it. So Fire Emblem continues, and that's why we saw the trailer. Uh, I forgot how much we sold, but I'll look it up after this. How much we sold in the U.S. and maybe Japan. How much we sold. Uh, but it's good that we've sold out. Um, but um, that's pretty much how I like to Fire Emblem. And again, I'm rambling and we're still going on. But from what the battle, I know that I'm talking over a video, and really, I'm sorry about this, but really, there's nothing else really to talk about. Uh, but now that the battle's going on, from what it looks like, we've pretty much uh, Fog War. How can I say? Let's talk about Fog War. I'm not a big fan of Fog War. I can understand why it's there, uh, but I'm not the biggest fan of Fog War. Um, how can I say? I say the best thing that does it because I got into this new series. If I'm pronouncing this right, let's see, it was called Valkyrie. Yeah, Valkyrie Chronicles. I just got into that series. I'm surprised I missed that one because it came out here in the U.S. surprisingly. I don't know how I missed it, but it's also a pretty good game. Which what I thought was pretty cool is that you move your troops, but what your troop sees, you can see that unit until you end your phase. Unless your unit still sees it, then it'll still be there. Which I thought was pretty creative. Which line of sight will work. Which is called line of sight. Yeah. Which this video is going to end soon, so I'm probably going to end it here too. But I'm not supposed to talk about that one. I'm supposed to be talking about Fire Emblem or what's going on in the game. So if we want to talk about more about that one, you can leave a message and I'll talk about that even more. Leaving me a message or something, and we can talk more about that later. Uh, I think I ended it after this turn. After I end my turn. Uh, But next time we talk, which I'm gonna let this thing go, and I'll pause here. I'll stop talking. Next time we'll get another video of Fire Emblem. I'll see you guys later and let this video continue until it ends.